Hi, I'm Stacey Hyde, and we're back for another episode of Better Financial Health in 15 Minutes or Less. And today I would like to talk about financial aid, particularly for your college students. As you may be aware, particularly if you live in Tennessee and you filled out a FAFSA so that your child could apply for the Hope Scholarship, it also means that they have applied for other federal financial aid. And so what you need to be aware of and alert your child of is that they don't, unless you'll have sat down as a family and figured out that yes, we are going to use these student loans, you want to make sure that your child doesn't inadvertently go say, yes, I want this money, have it deposited in their account, and then all of a sudden they have student loans that they are very unlikely to understand what the interest rates, the repayments, how this debt cannot be discharged in bankruptcy, how it's going to impact potentially their future, because you want to be very, very careful with student loans because they can negatively impact your child and your family down the road. So if the plan was that you filled out the FAFSA to get the Hope Scholarship because they're going to a college in Tennessee, make sure that's the only aid that they go in there and accept, because that's actually a grant, does not have to be repaid. It will just reduce what you have to pay in tuition. But for example, we filled it out for my kids, neither of whom went to college in the state of Tennessee, and in their billing at their universities, it showed that they could click this button and get, I think it was $2,000 of some type of federal student loan. And they were like, oh, that's cool. They think it's free money. And I had to tell them, no, it's not. You want to decline that because your parents, in their case, we were paying for it, and we did not want that because we did not want to start that interest ball rolling. So it's very, very important, particularly for Tennessee parents, but other states like Georgia also have state scholarships, and it's pretty popular across the country. In a lot of states where there's these lottery scholarships that help fund education. And if your child, if you filled it out thinking, well, we need to go ahead and do it to keep our options open, but then they didn't wind up going to school in state, so they weren't eligible, you want to make sure that whatever else they may have, the system had seen and said, oh, well, you can get this, you need to make sure that your child doesn't go ahead and accept that and start a student loan that you had no intention of them ever taking. While it can be helpful and fill a huge need, I think it's very important to sit down and understand, is that the right way to fund college? Are there other options that we could apply for? For example, some scholarships that are offered by the college that they're going to that don't have to be repaid. It's a grant, it's a work study, it's some sort of special scholarship that's set up for students in their particular major or from your particular hometown. So I think that's the key there, is to go in eyes wide open and really question and be very, very careful about any sort of student loans that you do, because they can grow very quickly. And I would say the overwhelming minority, so a small number of people, actually understand exactly what they're getting in student loans when they initially hit accept them and have that money go into their student account. So be careful, buyer beware, but have a great semester. Thanks for tuning in. This has been another episode of Better Financial Health in 15 Minutes or Less. I'm Stacey Hyde.